Hey, you guys, what's up? It's me, Keish, and I'm coming today because there's something that's been on my heart for a while. And with the recent deaths of Miss Sandra Bland and Kendra Chapman, and a couple of months ago, Mr. Khalif Browder out in New York, he was a gentleman where he was falsely imprisoned at Rikers Island for 3 years. He came home and he committed suicide. And as everybody knows from the media and everything that's going on, that's what they're saying happened to Miss Bland as well as Miss Chapman while they were incarcerated. And before I voice my views on those situations and how I feel about them, the thing that came to me first was I wanted to talk about suicide. This is something that's very, very close to me. I had a girlfriend. Her name is Pammy. Some years back, she committed suicide. So this is a topic that is, like I said, very close to me, and I'm going to use my experiences dealing with that and going through that situation to kind of maybe help somebody. Pam was my homegirl. Let me tell you, Pammy just had this personality that was electrifying. Everybody knew Pam. Pam was just, she was just real, and she was just, that was my partner. And I remember one day I was coming home from church. I had my kids in my truck, and I get home and I get a phone call, and I find out that Pam had committed suicide. Now, the hardest part of dealing with losing somebody that you care about, especially with something like suicide, was the fact that around the time that she did it, I was driving past the spot. And I didn't know. I didn't know that she was in pain. I didn't know that she was hurting. I didn't know. And in retrospect, I wish I would have. I would have done whatever I could. And I know, her family, her other friends, I know we all kind of felt the same way. So what I want to do is I want to use that pain. I want to use everything that I learned from that situation to maybe help somebody. The thing about contemplating suicide, the thing about just feeling like the pain is unbearable, that there's no other recourse. Pain is a feeling. Um, just like happy, sad, it's a feeling, it's an emotion, it's a state of mind, it's a state of being. But the one thing about that pain is the relief that comes in working the situation out. You know, I know life is hard. I know that there are just situations and circumstances that just feel like the weight of the world is on your shoulders. It feels like you just can't go any further. Just know that there's help, there's resources out there, there's somebody out there who's willing to listen. The one thing about people, about us, everybody, even I do this, we get so caught up in life, we get so get caught up in our situations and the day-to-day hustle and bustle that we forget to be compassionate. We forget to be empathetic. We forget about the things that other people may be going through. So we kind of just I'll get to it whenever, or, it's not that bad. To some people, it is just that bad. And I'm here to say, you can get through it. Strength is one of those things that we're just not born strong. Strength is something that you gain, and it grows with you through situations, circumstances, those trials, those tribulations, those things that you go through. That defines your strength. Like I tell people online a lot, is that it's like going through a dark tunnel. It's dark on all sides. You're in a train. You can't see in front of you. You can't see behind you. You can't see side to side. It's just dark. But the one thing that's guaranteed is at the end of that tunnel, there's a light. And I tell people that no matter what you're going through, no matter how hard it is, just like that train in that tunnel, there's a light at the end. It's going to get better. It can get better. But here's the thing, you have to be proactive about it. First, you have to understand that you can get through it. Understand and know that trouble doesn't last always. There's always a solution. And sometimes it's not for us to figure out the solution. Sometimes it's someone else helping us figure it out. That's something I know I'm personally not too good about, and that's asking for help. But if that's going to save someone's life, if that's going to save my life or anybody else that I know, you have to try to reach out. You know, there are some great resources online. There's the suicide prevention hotline. This is a great way to anonymously call. You're going to get somebody 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. There's someone there to listen. And that number is 1-800-273, 8255. They also have a web chat where you can get in touch with somebody right online. And the website for that is www.suicidepreventionlifeline.org. If you're a teenager out there going through something, you don't have anybody to talk to, you don't want to talk to your friends, you don't want to talk to your family, you can call 1-800-999-9999. And that's a resource line at the Covenant House, and they're there 24/7. They'll listen to you. I know with the way of this world, it feels like there's just no recourse. Understand that it's going to get better. Understand that there's still good in this world. Understand that it's going to be okay. Suicide is never the answer. Suicide is the end of everything. And the people that you leave behind to pick up the pieces, the people that are still here having to go through life without you, it's not fair to them. So I sit here and I say to you today, if you're feeling a certain kind of way, you need to talk. You don't feel like, you can make it. Just know there's people out here who understand, and you will make it, and you can get through. Just know that, and have faith and believe in yourself and in your possibilities, because you need to be here. Have a great night, guys.